guys, I want to do a quick update on my review of the White River Knife and Tool Firecraft PKO. If you remember, I tested this blade initially and was absolutely blown away at how thin of a zero grind they used on this knife in S35VN. It absolutely went through everything like butter. And in my initial testing, cross grain batoning and everything else, I never had any edge damage. Recently, however, I was taking a picture of this knife and I did damage the edge. You'll see that here. And I sent it back to White River Knife and Tool, and they reprofiled the edge slightly to match their current production, which is why I'm doing this video update. The Firecraft PKOs now do not have as thin of an edge geometry. They have slightly convexed the Scandinavian grind and almost just barely added a little bit of a micro bevel to make it a little bit tougher. Now, if you end up having an issue with your Firecraft PKO, you reach out to White River Knife and Tool. They will take care of you. However, I don't think that there are going to be any issues going forward with the new edge geometry. I believe this is why it's so important for me to do initial impressions reviews and then a long-term review, because even though I really beat on this knife later, and I probably damaged it while I was beating on the knife, I probably gave it micro fractures while I was doing that weakened it for later and made it more susceptible to damage. So now we have a little bit thicker edge geometry from White River Knife and Tool. I will continue testing this knife, and what we're going to look at and see is, with its slightly thicker edge geometry, is it still going to slice as well as it used to, and is it going to be tough enough to hold up? So that is where we are at right now. I'm still absolutely a fan of the PKO, and you know, this is why with edge geometry and behind the edge thickness, you want your knife to have an edge, in my opinion, that is as thin as possible without becoming damaged for the task at hand. So White River Knife and Tool is getting this dialed in. Like I said, testing will continue. This is just an update. Now you know.